Well, there are people now canceling the 4th of July. You can't celebrate. Well, guess what? 1941, the federal government made the 4th of July a federal celebration. So they can eliminate it. They can get rid of the celebration of the 4th of July. 1870, they began the celebrations. It started going worldwide, or countrywide, American-wide, back in 1870. 1877 was when certain people in certain states were celebrating with cannons and guns and fireworks and all that, celebrating the 4th of July. They knew where they could shoot their guns, point their guns and shoot them so the bullets don't hit nothing. Cannonballs don't hit if they use cannonballs, just a boom, just that, reenactment. Maybe they didn't use cannonballs. Maybe they didn't use bullets in their muskets when they started it. But the federal government got involved and created it to be a federal holiday that is a paid federal holiday. So they can eliminate it. They can say you can't celebrate it anymore. Except for the states, I believe, except for the states where the people had been celebrating it, and they would read the Declaration of Independence too on that day, the 4th of July. They're creating, in my opinion, they're creating all this rain right now. It's been raining almost all day. It's now been raining practically some of the night. It's 1:14 in the morning where I am, or I can't pull it up. It's 1:22 in the morning. And it's pouring down rain. Pouring. They're probably going to make it rain in Texas all day today. All night. You can't celebrate the 4th of July. It's just been canceled. Weather war. Silent weapons for quiet wars. Spraying stuff in the sky. All my opinion. Spraying stuff in the sky, poisoning all the food we buy in the grocery stores to poison us. Silent weapons for quiet wars. They're at war with us. Laws are used as weapons. They're quiet weapons or silent weapons for a quiet war. But then it's not completely quiet because they're using violence. They're still using army tactics, military tactics against the people, against their rights, of the Bill of Rights. A law that says that is our rights by law, under civil law, not statutory law. That's under color of law. So, a lot of people's not going to get to enjoy the 4th of July this year. I knew they would cancel it. I knew they'd find some way to stop people from celebrating the 4th of July. And there's just people that's not celebrating it because why? Why celebrate it? We're not free. It's a celebration of freedom that we gain, or those people gain, even for us and ones who will be born in the future, to be free and to celebrate. But they don't want us celebrating freedom because we're not free. We have liberty. We're chained to authority. We the people created the government. That's our child. Are you going to let your child you created run all over you and boss you around and punish you? No. You tell your child, because I said so. That's the way we're supposed to be to our government, because we the people said so. That government's our child, and you work in that government. And that means you serve us. The government has no powers. There's nothing that says that the government has delegated right to have power over the people and create laws and authority and laws to police the people with and keep them in control. We're supposed to keep the government in check, in control. We're supposed to control it. But they're controlling us. Because most people don't know. Most people have not been taught. I was taught it. The government's there for us. The government's supposed to obey us. But instead, after 1984, and really hit in 1985, they took our authority over them away and started creating laws to protect themselves from us that they don't have a delegated authority to do. Even this guy's finally realizing they don't have any. He's looking it up. He's researching. He's just no longer believing what he wants. He will look it up. So he's questioning me like he's supposed to, and he's doing the research like he's supposed to. Well, I want to make sure he's wrong. And then it's all of a sudden, oh, he's right and I'm wrong. But all y'all frauditors out there, y'all don't want to do that. You don't want to be proven wrong. You're mentally ill. In my opinion, you're mentally ill. You don't want to be proven wrong. You have some stigma attached to you that just makes you think that you just always right. You're never wrong. Like the authority, they're never wrong. They're the authority. Well, that's bull. That's a load of bull, in my opinion. And that's what sucks. Even though I say this is all my opinion and what I think, pretty much, my videos don't go viral because it's based upon factual or facts, evidence you can look up and find, and then be proven wrong. So, 4th of July is over. This is it. Last year was the year we could celebrate it. Now everybody's going to have to try to celebrate it after the rain's all gone. And tell all these others in the government, F you, we're going to celebrate it. That's what it's going to come down to. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to send us, some of us that became part of their goon squad, to act like Nazis and say, you can't celebrate that. I'm arresting you and taking everything you own. You ain't free. You're not free. You got liberty, permission, to be allowed to do it. Well, the government's taking it away. You're no longer allowed to celebrate the 4th of July, slave. You don't have our permission to celebrate the 4th, to be allowed to celebrate something that the supposed forefathers created. And other people that fought in the war decided to make it a celebration. And then eventually by later, people stopped celebrating it like they used to, reading the Declaration of Independence. They stopped doing all of that. Even when the government has their celebrations, they don't read from the Declaration of Independence. What the 4th of July was based upon. That war and the Declaration of Independence, law of America, the United States of America. Once the name of the 13 colonies of the United States of America was then just turned into the United States of America dot with quotations around it. To prevent it from being turned into a corporation. If you have any sort of markings around your name, in the middle of your name, a comma, a colon or semicolon, they can't turn your name into a corporation. They can't turn you into a corporation. They can't create an all caps name because they have to read it as the way you write your name, but in all capital letters. No commas, no other marks that distinguish you separate from that. To be an individual. Well, your name is like this, like the name John Doe, all capital letters. Everybody's name like this, so you're all grouped up, group mentality. And you accept it. And so they can do it. And then there's that excuse, the government, the celebrities, the media, oh, there's nothing we can do about it. They have an army. They got the money. They can stop us. No, we got the masses. And we can defy them. And say no to you. We're not obeying you anymore. We're doing what we want. It's getting there. And they're going to use the 4th of July. They're trying to get us to go into war in this country against the politicians, the government, and the authority so they can bring in more troops to gain control, more control, and keep us, the rest of us that's still alive as slaves. When they wipe most of us out with their weapons of mass murder, mass destruction. The people are getting where they don't care no more. And then we're going to have a new type of July 4th, but on a different date. When we win, after a long battle, war. Because we're in the biggest battle right now. All the little battles, that we're past all of that. We're in a giant battle right now. We're in a war, world war. And it's against our right to be free. To live how we want. Celebrate what we want. Do what we want. We can't do that. You can't think for yourself. You can't be independent. You can't be an individual. You have to be grouped up and then turned into other things and given other labels, and you're no longer free. You ain't free. You all take care. Bye.